Hi everyone. So I moved to Germany a while ago. Wide-eyed, excited, a bag full of spices, sweaters, and a whole load of misconceptions. We all have that mental image of a country before we actually live there. Some are based on stereotypes, and some are from random YouTube videos, and some are from the assumptions your uncle made from his 3-day trip in Berlin in 2003. So today I want to take you through some of the biggest misconceptions I had about Germany before moving here and how the reality turned out to be way more surprising and honestly a lot more fun, with some huddles here and there. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Rashmi. I'm originally from Delhi, India. You might have understood it from my handle's name. I have been living in Germany for 6 years now. I moved here in 2019 with my husband, and since then I have built a small life here with my husband and my little one. Alright, now you know me. Let's go myth busting. As an Indian, especially somebody who is vegetarian, one comes to Germany fully prepared. Mom packs us 3 kinds of lentils, 2 jars of ghee, and for many, a moral responsibility to stay vegetarian. In India, there are so many people who are vegetarian because of various reasons like religion, family, or sometimes personal choice. But food is always a big deal. Because in head, one would think Germany is all about sausages, schnitzel, and more sausages. But in reality, it's actually super vegetarian and vegan friendly here. Every restaurant you visit, whether it's German, Italian, Asian, whatever, they will have at least a couple of dishes which are clearly marked as vegetarian and vegan with a logo on it. And it's not just boring salad. I'm talking about actual fulfilling, tasty meals. And the best part, after I moved to Germany, I discovered that so many Germans are turning into vegetarian and vegan by choice. Some of my friends and colleagues, they have turned to being vegetarian or vegan in their 30s or 40s, just for ethical or health reasons or being more mindful about the environment. And since in Indian food we have so much vegetarian and vegan options that every now and then I meet people who keep asking me about the recipes of the food, and it's really interesting. So Germany is cold, yes, it's cold, but it's not Arctic cold. Coming from Delhi, India, where winters are more about some light sweaters or a light jacket and a cup of chai, I thought Germany would be like 6 months of snowstorm, like heavy cold weather. Turns out the winter in Germany are actually pretty doable. In most part of Germany, the temperatures in winters, they stay between 0 to 5 degrees Celsius. And if you dress properly, with layers, a good jacket, good pair of shoes, it's actually kind of really nice to go out for a walk in winters. Every day I get a call from India, my uncles and aunts, they're always asking me, it must be really cold, right? But it's May in Germany and no, we have summers here. Not only that, you actually get to experience all 4 seasons like a Pinterest board. Spring with flowers covered streets, summer with 10 p.m. sunsets and park picnics, autumn with golden leaves everywhere, and winter with hot glue wine and beautiful Christmas markets. I love that I can experience here all 4 seasons so clearly. Back in Delhi, I used to complain about Delhi heat all the time, and now in Germany, I complain about all the seasons. So more things to complain about. What's better than that? Okay, as much as I love to experience all different weathers in Germany, it takes some time to adjust to its weather. 4 seasons, winter, summer, spring, autumn, and then you have clothes for each one of them. Like, how hard it would be? Answer: very. Unlike India, where the temperatures stay pretty steady throughout the weeks, Germany has what I call chaotic neutral weather, especially in spring and autumn. There's also a saying about April, April macht was er will. So April will do what he wants. One afternoon, you're roaming around in your t-shirts and shorts, and next morning, it's 6 degrees and raining throughout the day. I went from ignoring the weather updates my whole life to becoming obsessed with them. Now, before planning something, I always check the weather app on my phone, how the weather is going to be tomorrow, throughout the week, because it's changing all the time. And every time I leave the house, this is my ritual that I would say, hey Google, what's the weather? And here's a really funny part. Now my soon-to-be 3-year-old, he starts to say the same thing when he sees that we are getting ready to go somewhere out. Then he goes to the device and he asks, hey Google, what's the weather today? Should I wear a jacket? It's the most adorable thing ever, but honestly, really necessary here. You have to have a weather app in your mobile where you can check the updates all the time. So adjusting takes time, but now I've got it down. Jacket collection near my house door, one umbrella in the corner, and an extra one in the car, and you're good to go. This one is tricky. It's a yes and a no. In big metropolitan cities, you will find many English-speaking people, and you will also find jobs without any German knowledge. Do not assume that it's universal in Germany, especially when you're trying to do adult things. And I mean like government paperwork, banking, calling customer care. Yeah, so good luck with that. I understand that not initially you will be super fluent, but it will always be good to learn the language and be motivated for that. Instead of complaining all the time, I think you can change your life than anyone else, So you take initiative for that. How can you make your life better? Of course, one can survive in Germany without knowing any German. And if you know English, you will survive in Germany, of course. Especially if you find an English-speaking job where you want to stay for a longer time. Because even after that, if you want to move to another company, you will have more options if you know German. If you're here for studies or job, I think it is important to learn German. It will definitely open many more doors of opportunities for you, and not just professionally but also socially. You feel more connected to the country, and it will give you way more independence in your day-to-day life, and you will feel more confident for sure. So like always, even though people do speak English here, I would recommend you to learn German if you're planning to stay here for a longer time. I also made a video about my German language learning journey, and if you're curious or planning to learn German, I will link the video here somewhere. You may go and watch it. This one is a little complicated. I mean, on papers, yes, you have higher salaries in Germany than in India or many other countries, but so is the cost of living. Rent is expensive, especially if you're living in big metropolitan cities. Health insurance, it's mandatory and not cheap. Food, transport, subscriptions, and TV tax, yes, it's a thing here. It all adds up. In India, some people live with their family and they save a lot of money, but even if they are living on rent in India is comparatively way less than here. And I'm talking about the rent and your salary ratio. Like in Germany, the rent could easily be from 30% to 50% of your monthly salary. Also, this might be a little unpopular, but salaries in some fields in India are really competitive now, especially in tech, marketing, IT, etc. So the idea that you move here and save tons of money magically over just a couple of years, it's not like that. It actually depends on your lifestyle and also how well you budget your monthly expenses. So financially speaking, it is not as black and white as I thought it would be. Don't get me wrong on this one. Public transport in Germany is really well connected and you can go almost anywhere without owning a car. But delays, strikes, missing connection, they happen, and quite frequently. When we first moved to Germany, we used to book connecting trains to a destination, and sometimes the gap between the connection was only 10 and 15 minutes. And we missed so many connections in our first year because the first train was delayed and we never made it on time to catch the next one. So now I don't even think about booking a connection where the gap is less than 30 minutes. And it's not just about changing platform, but you will have to keep buffer for the delays. So you need to plan your journey with a little bit of flexibility. There's a bonus with a Deutschland ticket, which is 58 euros now. You can travel across Germany with its regional trains, and it is one of the best deal I've ever seen. Also, I had recently made a video about public transport in Germany, and if you're interested, give it a watch and I will link it somewhere on the screen. This one is such a common stereotype and so wrong. Yes, Germans might not give a smile to strangers all the time on the street or strike up a small talk in elevators, but it's also not really different in India. I mean, when did you have a long, deep conversation with somebody in an elevator in India? I mean, it's not that common, right? This one did not impact me so much, especially as an Indian. It of course feels nice if somebody smiles at you and asks you something, but I'm not bothered if everybody I see on street is not smiling at me, Here's the thing, German people generally would not fake politeness. They will never say, let's catch up, if they do not really mean it. And if you do develop a friendship with them, they are some of the most loyal, genuine, honest, and really supportive people you will ever meet. cannot tell you enough how much help I have received from my German friends or from my neighbors in Germany. We had so many situations when we were new in Germany. Our German friends have helped us with literally writing my resume, and did it so well that even the interviewer asked me in one of the calls that your resume is really nice, that much dedication they would put in helping you. And during the hard times, they were the first one to be standing outside our doors. So yeah, this one I really do not trust. And if you see it from this perspective that, most German people are born and raised here, and they have their families, their cousins, their childhood friends, their college friends living around. Of course, their schedules will be fully packed to make space to meet all of them. They might not be open to make everyone they meet their friend, right? And honestly, even every person I meet in India does not become my friend automatically, right? I mean, it's not like your vibe would match with each other. So those were some of the misconceptions I had about Germany and how reality turned out to be a little different. A mix of surprises, lessons, and a whole lot of weather app checks. Germany is not perfect, but so as any other place, right? But once you move past the stereotypes and adjust to the quirks of it, it's full of hidden beauty, deep culture, and the most bizarrely organized recycling system I have seen in my life. If you're planning to move here or you're just curious, I hope this helped you get a clearer and more honest picture. And if you're living in Germany, please let me know in comment sections what were your biggest misconceptions about Germany that turned out to be true or that turned out to be completely false. Please do give this a video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more real life expat stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, enjoy the weather, stay curious, and do not forget to check the weather app. Cheers!